Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Stan the Science Man. And I'm just out here enjoying nature. But what I really wanted to talk about today with you was chemistry, the basics of it. And the main four topics I'm going to be going over today is the periodic table, the structure of an atom, the states of matter, and last, we'll be talking about the difference between a hypothesis, a law, and a theory. So, let's get started. Alright, boys and girls, coming back at you with the periodic table. Now, the periodic table tells us a lot about our Earth. It gives us all the elements that make up our compounds. And I'm going to walk you through them. Right over here, we got our alkaline metals. These metals are extremely reactive. And then right next to them, we have our alkaline earth metals. These are also reactive. And then right here in the F block, we have our transition metals. And then right here in the D block, we have just our metals. These are what helps us make our oxides. And then right here in this yellow area and this pink, we have our nonmetals. But in between this area, we have our metalloids. And our metalloids are boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium, and polonium. And then right here, we have what we call our halogens. And then right next to it, on the very, very far end, we have our noble gases. And that is the basics of the periodic table. Alright, boys and girls, we're back, and we seem to come across something that we don't normally come across in nature. Now, this is Bohr's model of boron. And we can tell this is boron because if we look at it, we can see the nucleus, and that consists of protons and neutrons. Now, protons have a positive charge, neutrons have a neutral charge. And then on the outside, we have what we call our electron clouds, or our orbitals. And in our first orbital, we have 2 electrons, alright, and electrons have a negative charge. And then, outside of that, we have another orbital. And that orbital has 3 electrons. We have 1 electron, 2 electron, 3 electron. So that makes a total of 5 electrons. And if we look at our periodic table, and we look at the atomic number, boron has an atomic number of 5. And we can tell it's our atomic number is 5 because of the number of electrons or protons. Alright, boys and girls, Stan the Science Man, coming back at you. And now we're going to talk about the states of matter. We're going to talk about solid, liquid, and gas. There are 2 more states of matter, but we aren't going to talk about those today. So first, we're going to talk about solids. Solids have a definite shape and a definite mass. Alright? And the molecules in solids are really, really packed tight together, and they're moving really, really fast. Alright? And an example of a solid would be this bottle right here that's holding my liquid. Alright? And that's what we're going to talk about next. Our liquid, which is in this container, it has a definite mass, but not a definite shape. Alright? And its molecules aren't packed so tightly together like solids, but they're still moving really fast. And then next, what we're going to talk about is the air that we're breathing. Now, air, everything that's around us right now, we're breathing air, and that's a gas. Alright? And alright, ladies and gents, the next thing that we're going to be talking about today with Stan the Science Man is the difference between a law, a theory, and a hypothesis. Now, let's start with laws. Alright? A law would be an example of law of gravity. So, if I drop this wallet, it's going to definitely hit the ground. That's a law. Alright? And now I'm going to make a hypothesis. My hypothesis is that I'm going to have mad dough in this wallet. Look at that. Look at that. My hypothesis was correct. Alright? Now, an example of a theory would be the atomic theory. Now, an example of the atomic theory would be the different models with Dalton, Thomson, Rutherford, and Bohr, and Schrodinger. Alright? All of the theories that each scientist made before Schrodinger have been disproven by Schrodinger, or the ones before. And these are theories because they can't be proven or disproven. But the farthest that we've gotten so far is Schrodinger's model. And we can't disprove it, but it's better content than all the theories before. Alright, I just want to thank you guys so much for coming out today. I'd love to learn with you guys. We talked about our periodic table, we talked about our structure of an atom, we talked about our states of matter, and we also talked about the differences between a law, a theory, and our hypotheses. So, after all this learning, let's go get something to eat. Come on, guys.